Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to MC Media's continuing coverage of the 8th annual Cooks Cup High School Hockey Tournament, coming to you live from the Yarmouth Mariner Centre in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. My name's David Doucette. With me today, Jeff Holmes. Today's match, the hometown Yarmouth Vikings versus the West Kings Wolverines. Jeff, keys to the game, I believe, are brought to us today by the letter E.
Absolutely, a letter E. Effort, execution, and energy for these two hockey teams this afternoon. Looking for a good effort from both teams here. Execution always a key on both sides of the rink, both offensively and defensively. And energy. Are they able to sustain 3 periods of energy? A lot of the time, home teams come out, they can have lots of energy in the first 5 minutes, first period of a hockey game, but are they going to be able to sustain it through 3 periods here?
We've got a game that is of import, shall we say, to these standings. Both of these teams coming into this game 1-1 in their portion of the male half of the draw. Obviously, there's a female tournament as part of this as well. Both teams defeating Paramba. Yarmouth defeating Paramba 8-1. West Kings 3-1. Yarmouth losing to Sir John A. Macdonald 3-1. West Kings losing 5-2. Both teams need a victory to pull into second place and get into the semifinal later on today. So that should mean, at least from the effort standpoint, they should at least be going for it early.
Absolutely. You'd be looking for both teams to want to come out, get an early lead if they could, be able to execute offensively, be able to put the puck in the net, give them a chance to go up early.
Certainly at this level of hockey, and I've been here through a little bit of the tournament to watch, discipline always plays a key role as to how you handle potential calls that will or will not go against you, and what effect that has on your game as the power play or the PK come into play over the course of the game.
And that's certainly for the coaches. When you look at the execution aspect of the keys of the game, the power play always a key point in these hockey games. As you mentioned, the discipline part of things, you can wind up running into penalties. A team can certainly either get into an early lead because of that, or can come back from a deficit if there winds up being some penalties and they're able to get on the power play, score some goals.
After this game, in the next one coming from MC Media in Arena 1 is Prince Andrew versus Northeast Kings. That game of import as well, as both those two teams are undefeated in the boys B division, the other half of the draw. So both teams are going to be making it into the semifinal. It's just a matter of who's going to have the #1 seed and who's going to have the #2 seed. The #1 seed from that game will end up playing the winner of the game that you're watching today.
And completely different for those two teams. This game is either they're in or they're out, so you got to win this game. The next game, not the same situation, but I would expect in that game as well, you know, the coaches are going to want to have a good effort to see how they're going to go in. You always would like to be the top seed.
The clock stopped. Looked like they're giving them just a little bit more time to warm up. Yarmouth was a little late coming out. They seem to be just doing the cycle right now. I'm sure they're going to start the clock, and as if I am plugged into the box, they have indeed done that.
So that means we'll be getting going here in a minute or two. So again, we wind up looking at these two teams. When you wind up having a game where you have it on the line, your best players, we talk about that, need to be the best players. You need good goaltending, but as well, your goal scorers, the people that you look to score goals, are going to have to be able to produce in this hockey game for either Yarmouth or West Kings to come out of this game victorious.
We don't have starting lineups, but talking to the coaches ahead of time, I found out that number 34, Luke Eamon, will be the starting goaltender for the Vikings. Number 29, Paul Janes, the starting goaltender for West Kings. Also talking to the Yarmouth coach earlier on, they did play one game earlier on this year, both teams probably in the Valley Hockey League. And West Kings defeated Yarmouth 6-5 in that game in tournament play. So an evenly matched game. I expect the same actually to happen here. You've said it before, in different tournaments with home teams playing in front of predominantly home crowd, you would think that that would be good for you. A lot of times, though, it can actually just create a little more nerves.
Well, we talked as well about the discipline aspect of things. Sometimes, and one of the key to games being energy. Well, you can have a home team that comes out with a lot of energy, but the discipline can be lacking, and you can wind up with those penalties because they're looking to get out, get some big hits. All of a sudden now you're running into some boarding penalties or hitting from behind, hitting the head, and that can cause some problems for you in the first few minutes of the hockey game. So we'll see how Yarmouth comes out here, and for sure for their coaching on the coaching side of things, you want the big effort. But you do want discipline to be able to contain that energy in a positive way.
Just a quick recap of something earlier on in the tournament in case you missed it. The female portion of the tournament finished up last night. Two local teams, Yarmouth and Paramba Sharks, played in the final. Paramba scoring with 1.8 seconds left in the game to tie it up, and then going on to win in a shootout 4-3.
Sounds like my Leafs playing.
At least they got a point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, listen, I'm still celebrating over the fact that after close to 2 years, Boston finally beat Montreal.
Yeah, Montreal on a losing streak here. I think the first time they've lost 4 straight in quite a while. So, but anyway, our game's going to get started here with Yarmouth against the Yarmouth Vikings against the West Kings Wolverines.
The Vikings in burgundy going from right to left, the Wolverines in white. Face off controlled by West Kings to the neutral zone. Try to dump it in. They'll gain control and flip it in and chase. Handled easily by Eamon, who's going to stop that play right away rather than take a chance playing the puck.
And for goaltenders, as you know, it's nice to get a couple of shots early just to get comfortable.
Always nice to touch that puck.
For sure. And Eamon just wanted to slow it down. Let's get his team with an opportunity to clear the puck out of the zone.
Air gets across ice to Moore. Moore tries to flip it ahead. Back to Air behind his net. Set up to Surratt. Check that. That's Johansson going back with it. Nice lead pass just out of the reach of Breton. Going back the other way now is McKeegan. D to D.
And that was a good hard pass. Didn't look like Breton was ready to receive the pass there.
You get those passes in the neutral zone, you're not really sure about what kind of contact's going to happen as well. Breton fires it towards the back of the net. It comes right back to him. Tries to keep it in. Nice play there to get it out by the Wolverines. They're changing up. Yarmouth has some numbers, but they're changing at the same time as they'll flick it in and make a full sail change.
Good play there by the Yarmouth D. Could have been a breakaway opportunity for West Kings. Was thwarted.
Coming back the other way is McKeegan. McKeegan with a nice move to the outside. Takes the shot. It's high and wide. Back to the point to Stymos. Stymos keeps it in. Gets it over to Roy. Roy loses it at the half board. Yarmouth breaks away with it. Coming the other way is Hurlbert. Hurlbert dumps it in. Chasing behind the net, both teams. Wolverines able to break out of their own end. Now they have numbers, 3-on-2. Good defensive play at the blue line by Yarmouth. Coming the other way is Surratt. Surratt knocked off the puck. Going back the other way, the Wolverines. Lead pass, well received by Jackman. Jackman chips it in, and he'll take off the change as well. Eamon stops it behind his own net. He's doing some stick handling behind there. Gets himself back into the net.
First couple of minutes here, just both teams appear to be feeling each other out. No real big opportunities yet.
Back to the point. Nice move into the middle. Good move there by Wilson. Wilson can't quite pull the trigger, though, after making a couple moves in traffic. Surratt, high off the boards. It's going to bounce. Doesn't quite get out. Great opportunity for the Wolverines. Unfortunately, Wilson couldn't get a great shot away in the slot. Back to Brecken. That one goes into the corner. Both teams fighting for it there. The Wolverines come away. Referees want them to move. Nobody's going to move. They will take the whistle. Although the referee would like them to move it, he also doesn't want any extracurricular stuff that would happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Early on, again, you don't want to have to call penalties if they're not needed. You want to keep the flow to the hockey game, so they do want the puck to move. But as you say, you don't want a situation where they're hacking at each other or all of a sudden creating a situation where you've got a penalty for an undisciplined penalty that takes place. It could have been not called. And where
the referee wanted them to play it, and it was definitely the Wolverines that were holding the puck in the corner, the play comes outside. You're at a disadvantage if you think you're just going to get that face-off deep in the end if if the referee's asking you to move the puck. Back to the point, wind up, off a few bodies and wide. That was O'Reilly. Nice play behind the net, again by the Wolverines. Good forechecking. Yarmouth hemmed in a little bit here in the early parts of the first period. Going back the other way is Morse. Morse goes D to D. Nice pass through the middle, just out of the reach of his centerman. Going back the other way is Eamon. Oh, Robert. Moore comes away with it, gets away from another. They've got numbers. There's two of them. Moore has it, takes a look, loses control of the puck.
An opportunity to both shoot and pass there. I think he was a little unsure of what he wanted to do.
Good one-timer there, but it goes off of the stick of the Wolverine defender and harmlessly behind the net.
Yarmouth appears they're going to be changing. Gives the Wolverines an opportunity to get into the zone.
Jackman with a long slap shot, easily gloved by Luke Eamon.
Yeah, and Eamon just looking to slow things down as Yarmouth was changing. That puck was going to go wide.
Face off will be to Eamon's left. 10:59 to go here in the first period, a scoreless tie. In a meaningful round robin game to determine who will be the second team in the semifinals from Division A of the male portion of the 8th annual Cooks Cup High School Hockey Tournament. Breaking back the other way is Dylan LeBlanc. LeBlanc has it, takes a look, chips it off the boards, can't get it past McKeegan. McKeegan can't get the shot through though. Still has the puck, still fighting for it. McKeegan comes away with it, goes behind the net. Yarmouth able to get it away. Jones with it now. Jones speeding up the right wing, showing good speed, chips it in. Going hard after it is Dylan LeBlanc. He'll get there first. Puck taken away neatly though. One player takes the person, one player takes the puck. Nice help there by number 18, Hunter Hurlbert, to help his other defender out. And Yarmouth clears it to the neutral zone. Chipped in, and for a change, going back, Dylan D'Entremont. Long lead pass. Brock Eamon unable to control that pass. Right on his stick. Tic-tac-toe into the zone for the Wolverines. And that's Jacob J. that was knocked off the puck after receiving that pass.
Yarmouth has done a good job in their defensive zone coverage so far. Looks like Wolverines have had a couple of chances where they've been able to move the puck around, but the D is covered up.
Never really gotten that great opportunity, even though they had some play.
Able to make a first move, but not something that would allow them to get a good shot on goal.
2-on-2 coming this way. That's Martin with the puck. Martin tries to go wide. Squeaks by the Yarmouth defense. Being chased down, gets back to the point. That's Stymist with it.
Good tip there. Eamon was aware, was able to make the save. Looking at a call here.
A roughing penalty. And that roughing penalty is against number 28, Kirby Mallet. And to all my Francophone family out there that may be listening, I asked, and yes, that is the way they want it pronounced. So with a early opportunity here, 6 minutes into the first period.
Oh, it looks like we got a second penalty being called here.
Both teams looking, both teams wondering who the call is against. And the call is against West King. So is quick that 6-second power play. Hard to really fault them for not coming through on that one. But number 13, Travis Atwater, with an undisciplined elbowing penalty. I didn't really see it in the corner as both teams were fighting for it. So we're going to have a lot of ice here for 1 minute and 54 seconds with some 4-on-4 hockey.
Let's see if teams can open it up here a little bit with the 4-on-4, lots of ice.
That was a little trickier than it should have been, but
worked out.
Worked out. Yarmouth comes back in. Little toe drag by Maguire Breton doesn't work, and the Wolverines clear it down the ice and ice the puck.
Both teams are going to make changes here. Again, 4-on-4 hockey gives both teams an opportunity, like I said, to open things up a little bit into the neutral zone, make some passes, because we've seen a lot of traffic that has taken place. No real clear opportunities yet on goal.
Hurlbut gets it over to his D partner. Lots of room coming in. The shot. Big save. Rebound. Yarmouth digs it away. Puck behind the net. Both teams digging for it. Yarmouth able to come away. It's Johansson. Johansson back to the point. Cross ice. Back to the point probably. Nope. Into the corner. And that's Johansson again. Johansson stops, turns, swarmed by Wolverines, but able to get the puck away. 2-on-1 coming the other way, and just like 4-on-4 hockey, it turns out the other way. Coming in as a breakaway, the shot, and he misses it.
He fanned on the shot, wasn't able to get it on goal.
Yarmouth comes back the other way, and this is Oliver Johansson with it now, 1-on-1. Kind of loses it in his skates, tries to go wide, breaks around the net. Spins, shoots. Nice save by Janes, anticipating the spin around shot.
And as we've seen previously on 4-on-4 or 3-on-3 hockey, if you wind up deep, if your deep winds up deep, you could wind up giving up odd man rushes. Wound up in a situation 2-on-1, led eventually to the breakaway. Unfortunately for West Kings, their player was unable to get a shot on goal.
Going hard the other way now is Kennedy. Kennedy with a hard wrist shot, blocked by the Yarmouth defender. Kennedy sticking after it. Both teams going for it now. Rolls around the boards to Dylan LeBlanc. He'll flip it the other way. Chasing it down is Brad Jones on the other side as Yarmouth takes their time, trying to get it out. Coming hard the other way is Hunter. Hunter goes to the middle. Quick wrist shot, easily handled by Eamon.
My second point of the game was execution, and we've had a couple of situations here where teams have had the chance to make breakout passes, breakaway in which they fanned on the shot. So the execution early hasn't been there for either hockey team.
And how well both teams handle that execution as the game goes on. Will that momentum carry forward? Will they continue to? Will they start to execute better, more regularly? Will it, you know? And a lot of it tends to be, you know, you score that goal and everyone feels good about themselves, and all of a sudden your whole team ends up doing a little bit better.
And that's why you're looking for early goals. It can break things out a little bit for you, make you a little more comfortable.
Martin with the puck behind his own net. He stops, goes up the middle. Both players out of the box right now, so we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. That's Brecken behind his own net. He's chased down quickly, too dangerously, loses the puck in front of the net. Yarmouth not there in time to capitalize, though. Coming back the other way is Martin. Martin's got some room. He stops, spins away from the defender, still has the puck, turns, looks, tries to get it through a crowd, can't make it through the legs. Another penalty coming up. This one's going to be tripping or interference.
Both referees had their hands up at the same time, saw the call.
And let's see what they're going to call it. Cross-checking. Not the tripping or interference. And that is Maxime Roy going to the box. Yarmouth with a power play. Let's see if this power play can last more than 6 seconds. Trying to dipsy-daddle when you're the last man back with the puck can be dangerous. Yarmouth able to get it back, though. Hunter Hurlbut gains the zone, goes deep into the end, being chased down by Morse. Puck behind the net, Yarmouth has control.
Are they going to be able to set up here and get some good shots on goal?
Cross ice, lots of room. The wind up, the shot, and it goes high and wide. Lot on that one. Back to Moore. Back one-timer, big pad save. Back to the point again, and that's Hunter Hurlbut. Can't get that one through. We have another penalty. Again, this one will get things evened up one more time. Interference on Yarmouth. That power play lasted a little bit longer than the 6-second one, but this one only 36.
So Janes made a big save there, able to keep things even. And right after that, Yarmouth wound up having the penalty, which will even things back up, as you mentioned.
The Yarmouth faithful. Not approving of the hometown call. McGuire Breton goes to the box for interference. 4-on-4 hockey for a little over a minute, followed by about a 45-second power play. That might be offside. Nope. The puck did get over.
Oh, big hit. No call.
Sounded good. Hit him in the chest. It's his head that banged on the glass that made the noise. Yarmouth able to gain the zone, 2-on-2. That's Moore with it. Moore goes to the middle. He's got chance. The shot. Nice blocker save. Coming up big twice now is Janes with some close-in opportunities for the Vikings.
Cleared the zone.
4-on-4, 4-on-4. Once again, people not where the defenseman expects them to be when they make a play. Both Yarmouth forwards going to change now. Coming back the other way with even more open ice. The lead pass just out of the reach of Ryan McKeegan.
I think McKeegan was a little concerned by the D there.
One big hit before that makes a big difference. Still 4-on-4 hockey, so that is an icing.
That can happen. You wind up having a couple of big hits. If your defensemen are physical, it can limit the offensive players wanting to go for the stretch pass. They wind up stretching out if they're having to look for the pass. They recognize that big defenseman is going to come and legitimately have a shot at a big hit.
Yeah, that head's on a swivel.
Which it should be. You got to be able to protect yourself.
Yarmouth chips it ahead, 2-on-2 coming the other way. That's Surratt. Surratt gets it over to his winger. Jones in the corner, gets away from the forecheck, still has the puck. Somebody deep for the Wolverines. Luke Eamon slamming his stick to let the Vikings know that there's somebody behind them. Wolverines unable to actually capitalize, but they do have a 3-on-2 break right now. Goes to the middle, shot, and it's a goal. Number 27, Brendan Martin, able to go short side low and beat Eamon. That's a power play goal for the Wolverines. That all-important first goal with 4:16 to go here in the first period. Good execution by the Wolverines on that 3-on-2, Jeff.
Absolutely. They were able to get a good shooting opportunity. Looks like they were pulling Eamon to the other side, and he was able to go back on the short side, get the goal.
As with any 3-on-2, you're hoping to make part of the 3-on-2 a 2-on-1 and a good scoring opportunity. That's exactly what the Wolverines were able to do. Pushing the defenseman wide, slipping it back to the slot, and point-blank shot, well executed, exactly where he wanted to put it, low to the stick side. Always a horrible spot to make a save for a goaltender.
So that makes it 1-0 here with 3:58 to go in the first period.
Face off just outside the Yarmouth blue line, controlled by the Wolverines. Coming back that way is Jackman. Both teams fighting for it. I'll be honest with you, I can't see where the puck is. I just know it's still there because everyone's sticks are still going. And it finally comes away and can't quite get it all the way deep into the Yarmouth end. Nice move to come up with the puck by Jackman. Jackman's got an opportunity. Swiped away by Eamon into the corner. Yarmouth coming back with 3-on-2. That pass just out of the reach of Brady Doucette. Wolverines come back the other way. It goes off of a skate, and it will go all the way down the ice and be an icing with 3:13 to go.
Yarmouth's going to have to start clicking on their neutral zone passing a little bit better there. They've had a few opportunities where they've had, the defensemen have had an opportunity to make a pass up the ice. It doesn't look like the forwards have been ready to take the pass or are in, have had good speed going through the neutral zone.
Yarmouth gets the puck right to the point. Shot doesn't get away. Another opportunity. That one goes off of a skate. That's Oliver Johansson that couldn't get that one through, but Yarmouth still has the puck. Goes behind the net. Johansson with it again. Back to the point to Hurlbert. Hurlbert now with it. Hurlbert tries to put it through a crowd. Too many legs. Coming back the other way on a 1-on-3. Yarmouth getting back well to defend. Long wrist shot, steered into the corner by Eamon. Yarmouth trying to get up that sideboards. Wolverine forecheckers having nothing to do with it. Johansson, nice lead pass over to Moore. Moore goes wide to his right. Still has the puck behind his net, tries to take a look, but then has the puck taken away, got a little too far in front of him. Kind of lost control. Hurlbert loses it. Another great opportunity. This is McKeegan. McKeegan with a big slap shot, blocker save.
Good save there by Eamon. Had good positioning, was able to make the easy blocker save.
Lead pass to Johansson. Johansson goes rink wide. Good attempt there from Maguire. Breton just skips over a stick. Hard pass. Breton with it. Breton again. Stops. Gets it back to the point. Not a lot of time. Just tries to chip it by the defender. Not there, but Breton able to get it a little deeper. at the half board. Stretch pass as 27 Martin scored the first goal, was looking to actually get that breakaway pass here late in the first period, but the Wolverines unable to capitalize on that effort.
Yeah, just clears it into the zone, looking to make a change here.
Good forechecking by the Vikings, chipped ahead. Good defensive play there by Brecken of the Wolverines, but he loses it in the corner. Back to the point, stopped, held on to, wrist shot, can't get by that defender. Wolverines able to actually block a lot of shots, or at least get a stick, a leg, a body part on it so it doesn't get back through to their goaltender, Paul James.
So far it looks like West Kings is looking to exploit the breakout game, the turnover game, if they can.
Surratt nailed, and a hooking penalty against the Wolverines as we'll wait for a number. Number 4, Spencer Brecken. So with 57.2 seconds to go in the first period, Yarmouth with a power play opportunity, an attempt to tie this game up, and we haven't mentioned it yet, but the next break we will, about the scoring and point system for this Cooks Cup tournament. Now is Johansson. Johansson has it, goes up, takes the shot, gobbled up nicely by James, no rebound. And that point system is, every period is worth a point. If you win a period, it's a point. If it's a tie for a period, it's a half a point. And the game overall win is 2 points or 1 point each for a tie. There is no overtime or shootout in the round robin portion of the tournament. So as of now, with the score as it is, the Wolverines are picking up 1 full point over Yarmouth in this first period. And a 2-on-1 break. Oh, good attempt there. Yarmouth's going to have numbers going back the other way. 3-on-2. Steve Moore with it. Moore cuts to the middle, has some room, takes the shot off the post.
Oh, I don't know if it was in or off the post. There was no call, I guess, off the post.
We'll have to wait to see if we get a replay to see what happens. That one's going to go right through. That seemed, I didn't hear a post, but I've got headphones on and I'm not sure. We'll see if we can pick up a replay on that to see whether or not it caught that inside part of the net and just came out quickly. If it did, nobody in the ice saw it.
Looks like, I don't know if they're going to take a look.
There's no taking a look for them to do, but we might take a look. Face off to the right. Yarmouth chips a lot of people in with 9 seconds. They're going to give up a breakaway here at the end of the period. Slap shot. And I think that Cameron Jackman thought that he had less time than he actually did. He did not have to take that slap shot from there. Fortunately for the Vikings pushed everyone forward in hopes of actually winning a face-off and getting there.
Here's that shot on goal, I believe. Well, hard to tell from that angle. But yeah, you didn't. A couple of things there. You didn't hear the ping, which you normally do, and the puck came out a little weird. You know, sometimes again when it hits the post, it has a little different ring to it and way that it comes off the post. But here after the first period, it is 1-0 for West Kings. Yarmouth will still be on the power play when they start the second period with 1:03 left to go in the penalty on Brecken.
So they clean the ice between every second period of this tournament, and as a result, we are going to take a brief break now while our Zamboni cleans the ice. We'll be back with you to start the beginning of the second period. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone for web streaming us through MC Media in this, the 8th annual Cooks Cup High School Hockey Tournament, being brought to you live from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia at the Yarmouth Mariners Center. See you in a moment. Welcome back, hockey fans. We're about to get underway for period 2 of this important last round-robin game between the Yarmouth Vikings and the West Kings Wolverines. West Kings up 1-0 after one period, but Yarmouth still on a 1 minute and 3 second power play to begin the second period. Your thoughts of the first period, Jeff?
Keys of the game, we talked about effort, execution, and energy. We had is the one situation where West Kings was able to score the goal on good execution on a 3-on-2 opportunity. Overall, Yarmouth's going to have to pass the puck better to be able to get back into the game. 1-0, and they're not down much. They got an opportunity here on the power play, but they are going to have to pass the puck a little bit better here in the second period.
Good speed down the wing there by Johansson. Stops, has the puck, back to the point. Yarmouth working it around the zone. That one picked out of the air nicely by Paul Janes. If you can see it, you can catch it.
And we talked as well is that discipline. We had a couple of penalties. It wasn't from, over physical play or anything like that. Just a couple of penalties took place.
Yarmouth gains control. Puck goes D to Jacquard. Jacquard tries to flip it into Moore. It's going to get back to Jacquard at the point. He goes cross ice. Here's the slap shot from Robert. That one gets through. That was a little more tricky, but still Paul Janes up to the task.
Able to see the puck through, and as you know, as a goaltender, if you can see it, generally you can stop it.
Yeah, you need to, the Yarmouth needs to get in front of him, especially as you're working at cross ice, trying to get the goaltender to move laterally. You still need to have that presence in front of the goaltender to try to obscure the vision. Chipped out nicely by the Wolverines. Only 20 seconds to go. One more chance here for Yarmouth to mount an offense in this power play. Moore chips it ahead nicely to Herbert. Herbert goes wide to Johansson. Johansson stops. Back to the point. Slap shot through a crowd. There it is at the side of the nets. And the goal! Goal! Yarmouth able to tie that up. It might have been just as the power play was coming to an end. Great effort there by Yarmouth to keep track of where that puck was, Jeff.
And we talked as well about being able to break out. They were able to make a couple of passes through their zone into the neutral zone, eventually leading into an opportunity on goal. Was able to get the puck around behind the net, stuff it in here to make it a 1-1 hockey game.
So a 1-1 tie with just 1 minute here into the second period. A brand new game. Yarmouth has to feel better about that power play. Ooh, that was a little sloppy behind their own net. Yarmouth coming away with it. Once again, good forechecking by the Wolverines. Yarmouth unable to get it out of their own end. Good work there by Roy. Roy in the corner. Try to roll that tongue while you're in the middle of saying a lot of English words. It's not very easy. Up to the corner. That's Jones who couldn't get it, but Yarmouth does come away with it. Good move there by Moore. And check that. That's not Moore. That's Nicky Porter. I haven't called his name yet. That's why I didn't know it. Goes back in front. Picked away nicely by the Wolverines.
Looks like we're going to have another penalty here. A hooking penalty.
Called from neutral ice way out there. Certainly the referee deep in the zone not calling the penalty. And the penalty is on number 96. Yes, they like me to say it so much. Maxime Roy. He is trying to explain to the referee that the stick got stuck up there in his torso. The referee said that it was you had the stick stuck there because you were hooking him. Yarmouth with another power play opportunity here, just 2 minutes into the second period. Looking to get back on. Rough play at the blue line. That's Wilson comes away with it. Partial breakaway. Chase down, goes hard to the net. Does slow down though. Does not run over the goaltender, as players are apt to do.
Good job by Eamon keeping his ground there. Was able to move the puck into the corner quite easily.
Knew that Wilson was being chased down by the defense and that he likely wasn't going to be able to actually go cross ice. So all he had to do was hold that post and be strong on that post and make sure that his defenseman did his job. Deep into the corner again. That's Moore. Back to the point. Stopped there by Breton. Breton has it. Back to Moore. Moore looks. Breton and Moore cycle. That's Herbert, tries to get it through. That one goes off Moore. There's a shot at the slide. Nice kick save. Quick shot there by Cole Jacquard. Kept in nicely.
Good save by Janes. Able to keep this a 1-1 hockey game.
Yarmouth digging for the puck. They do come away with it. Back behind the net, that's Moore again. Jacquard sneaking in. Moore doesn't see him. Jacquard will probably go to the middle.
On the Yarmouth power play, the D does get very deep. They could give up some odd man rushes here.
Jacquard there slips in from the weak side, which is a great move for the defense to do if you don't get caught, because it can lead to that easy pass over that has everyone fooled, because the defensemen don't see the defending team doesn't see the defenseman sneaking in. Nice save again by James. He takes that one high off the arm, and then no rebound. Very important.
And you can see that a couple of times. That's what Yarmouth's looking to do, is get that backside opportunity, be able to move the puck around and get that D man coming in, maybe have an opportunity where the goaltender's going to have to slide all the way over.
Yarmouth in the corner with the puck again. Wolverines able to get it to the point, but not out. Big slap shot through a crowd. Rebound! Another rebound. James makes 2 saves.
James had made a couple of saves, wasn't able to control the rebound, caused a little bit of problems in front of his net.
That one bounces right through Dylan LeBlanc. It would have been Huff. Coming the other way, right out of the penalty box. Wolverines have numbers. 3-on-2 still coming in. Nice wide pass to Martin. Martin has the puck behind his net, behind the Yarmouth net. Passes in front all the way to the point. Arsenault with it. Arsenault with the wrist shot off the Yarmouth leg into the corner. Dylan LeBlanc whips it hard along the boards. That's Surratt with it. Surratt has it again, breaking out. Breaking out 1-on-3, goes wide to the left, has some room, tries to cut to the middle, loses control, and never actually gets the shot away.
Good speed there, just unable to get a good shot on goal.
Martin with the lead pass to Hunter. Hunter can't control it. Martin flips it in, and the Wolverines go to make a change. Eamon settles the puck for his defenseman. Lots of room in the middle. There's that lead pass, not handled though. Once again, Hunter Hurlbert, we talk about, check that. That's Kirby Mallet, unable to actually grab that puck. You got to be able to grab those passes. Nice defensive play there by number 12, Jaden Muse.
Yeah, he just chipped it forward. You'd like him to be able to take that puck and continue with some speed through the neutral zone.
Kept in by O'Reilly. O'Reilly gets it deep. The shot off the side of the post. O'Reilly comes back again, goes to the middle, to the backhand, the rebound, and that goes off the post. Eamon gets a piece of that, goes off the post, and then cleared away by the Yarmouth defense.
Some anxious moment for the Yarmouth goaltender there.
Yarmouth does come away with it, taken away from the puck. O'Reilly again with it. Yeah, check that. That's Hunter that gets it into the corner.
Referee over to talk to the West Kings coaching.
A whistle blew, so there is a call being made of some sort. I believe I wonder if the coach is wondering whether or not that puck went in, the one that went off Eamon and then hit the post. Here's a replay. You see it sitting right there. It certainly, there was no indication. I would have thought that the Yarmouth play in the first period that we were questioning seemed a little closer to potentially going in than that one did.
So I'm not sure why the stoppage.
Yeah, because there's no going to the booth. There's, no going to New York to check the replay.
And the referee came straight to the bench to speak to the West Kings coaching staff.
Wolverines able to keep that in. Yarmouth still trying to get it out. Finally are able to. That's Moore. Nice move to get around one defender. 3-on-2. Back pass to the middle is Johansson, and the goal.
Kind of a slow-moving play. I don't think that West Kings was able to pick up the Yarmouth player that got in front of the net. Wound up walking out James. Really a soft shot came through.
And it was a nice move by Moore to actually get away from the first defender. You're going to get a replay here. Johansson chips it ahead, goes to the middle, gets in a great shooting position. And I'm not sure whether or not the Yarmouth player in front scored the goal or whether it was Johansson. I think it was number 8, Breton, that got the goal. We'll wait for the official announcement. Yarmouth gets the puck in. Good check there by the Wolverines. We'll see whether or not this game gets a little more physical right now after some goals are scored. Physical's fine as long as physical doesn't put you in the penalty box.
And that's the way that Yarmouth's been able to get back here.
Coming back the other way. That's Dylan D'Entremont that tried to do a little too much. Probably should have just chipped it, but who am I to argue? He drew a penalty.
Yarmouth will go back onto the power play. Looks like it was a charging or interference call.
And that's on number 5, Austin Wilson. So Yarmouth with 8:27 to go here in the second period will go on the power play and try to extend their lead from 2-1 to 3-1. Late change by Yarmouth. Referee not allowing that. Face-off will have to happen, and Yarmouth will have to make that change after the play gets going, if they still want to. Yarmouth controls the puck more with a weak attempt to actually touch that puck. Instead, it's an icing. Had to be a little more effort on that sideboards to at least touch the puck, chip it in, and negate the icing.
So 2 issues there again of what we've spoken about earlier. You're certainly looking for effort in that situation, and execution on the power play. Last thing that you want to be doing is having a situation where you're coming back into your zone because there wasn't a good effort made by one of your players.
Yarmouth breaks away. Chipped in deep. That's Johansson going hard after it in his skates. Helping him out is Breton.
And that's a good effort, Yarmouth able to get the puck there.
Going back again, this time it's Moore. Moore cuts to the middle, has room, loses control of it though. And once again, the Yarmouth defense going on that backside, trying to slip in. That leaves them exposed to a counterattack. Somebody's neck brace, I believe, is on the ground. If they notice it, they'll probably have to go right to the bench. That's Moore coming the other way. He stopped at the blue line. It's in though. He chips it in deep.
Still onside there.
Breton with it. Breton loses control. Pinching in hard. Cole Jacquard tries to chip it back to his teammate, Johansson. But the Wolverines able to get the puck to the neutral zone. Yarmouth clears the zone quickly and breaks right back in. There's a shot from the weak side off the arm of Janes and into the corner.
Yarmouth unable to get sustained pressure here in this power play so far.
Moore again. Check that. That was Breton. There's a shot. That one just goes weakly. There's a shot. The goal! Number 17, Oliver Johansson. Right place, right time. Goes off of the Wolverines defender's glove. Right on his stick. Short side, top shelf. 3-1 Yarmouth.
Johnny on the spot, taking care of opportunities in that situation. As I was saying, Yarmouth wasn't having any sustained pressure. Looked like pretty much a harmless play. Johansson winds up picking up a rebound and deposits it in the back of the net for a 3-1 Yarmouth lead. So Yarmouth has taken control of this game, 3-1 on some good opportunities where they've been able to execute.
And a couple power plays. So taking advantage of those special team opportunities that are important to take advantage of during a game. Coming back the other way is Atwater. He loses it at the blue line, chips it in deep. Right to the slot, good opportunity for the Wolverines. There's a wrist shot that goes off the skate of Dylan D'Entremont. Yarmouth able to clear it into neutral ice. Chipping it into the Wolverine zone. Skating back hard is Brecken. Brecken spins away from the forecheck. Gets it to his partner, Stymist. Stymist loses it, goes in front. Yarmouth has numbers. There's a chance. The deke, the shot, the big glove save. This time, Paul Janes able to get that glove on it. It looked like it might bounce over him.
A little bit of pushing in front of the net there. I would say for the Yarmouth team, back off, go to the next opportunity. You don't want to give West Kings an opportunity on the power play.
One of Yarmouth's smallest players, Brock Eamon, actually doing the shoving there. Brock's father, Brian, one of the assistant coaches on the team.
And I understand on Brock's side is you don't want to get pushed around. You're going to stand up for yourself. I understand that, but you don't want to take a penalty there.
Time and a place. Yarmouth once again with the puck in the corner. Able to fight off the forecheck of McKeegan. Both teams, referee wants them to move the puck. Referee's going to let them fight over it until they actually get it out. Coming out the other way is Kennedy. Kennedy with the lead pass too far in front. Jaden Muse with it. He has it. There's a wrist shot, and
looks like there's going to be a penalty on West Kings, I believe, here for tripping. So even if the shot had gone on into the net, it would not have counted.
The double whammy because the trip resulted in the Yarmouth player sliding into the net, which meant that the net went off of its moorings, or little pegs, I guess. They're not really moorings anymore. It's number 27, Brendan Martin. I believe that's his second penalty. I think I've called that before. So the faceoff will come into the neutral zone, and with 5:37 to go in the second period, Yarmouth once again on the power play, once again looking to extend the lead. Yarmouth goes D to D a couple times. That's Jacquard with it. He slows things down. Lead pass up to the neutral zone. Nice move up to Moore. Moore has some room. Goes to the middle. Gets around one. Then hooked off of the puck. Still has it behind the net, though. Jacquard backing off a little. Moore and Jacquard change places. Yarmouth right now is really just one defenseman on the point. In the middle. Good shot. Goal! Good give and go between Cole Jacquard and Steve Moore. Steve Moore finds himself in the slot. Beautiful wrist shot. Low to the glove side. Picking it just inside the post. Yarmouth, another special teams goal. Another power play goal. Up 4-1.
And here we are almost halfway through this hockey game. When we go back to our keys of the hockey game, execution being one of the points that I spoke about, Yarmouth taking in this period, able to score 4 goals in their opportunities on the power play. They've had 3 power play goals, I believe, that have taken place. Looks like West Kings going to call a timeout to get their, the coaches to be able to speak to the players, calm them down a little bit, as Yarmouth has taken a substantial lead here with 5:09 left to go in the second period. And what it has been is it hasn't been overwhelming dominance of play. It's just Yarmouth has had good opportunities, and when they've had that opportunity, they put it in the back of the net.
And one would have to think, because Yarmouth certainly never known through these years at Cooks Cup as being the most disciplined hockey team, one would have to assume that at some point Yarmouth is going to get some penalties as well. Calls tend to flow that way during a hockey game, and the Wolverines likely will have some power play opportunities. When that happens, they have to be ready to capitalize. But in the meantime, I think they just have to get themselves back into the game because in the first period, especially for the first half of the first period, they dominated the play. Maybe they didn't test Eamon out all the time, but the play was more in that first half of the first period in the Viking end.
They had control of the puck more often, that's for sure. The difference with this Yarmouth Viking hockey team and some of the teams in the past is they are not as physically dominant as some of the teams. So possibly they'll be able to stay out of the penalty box because their style of play is not the same as in previous years.
Yarmouth still attacking. This at even strength. Coming back the other way are the Wolverines. Very smart move by Jacquard there. Did not try to check the person, but also didn't get out of his way. So it was like the interference pick that will never get called because he was skating back for the puck at the same time. Puck into the corner. Some teams on the ground, or players on the ground for the Wolverines.
Some good pressure here by West Kings after the timeout.
Keeping the puck in is Josh O'Reilly. Gets it deep into the corner. Pass in front. Couldn't quite connect with his centerman. Back to the point. There's a shot through a crowd. Doesn't get past the Yarmouth defense, and it gets past defenseman Josh O'Reilly.
Yarmouth just looking to relieve the pressure there. West Kings with some sustained pressure after their timeout call, trying to get back into this hockey game. Yarmouth having the 4-1 lead. And I think probably a good play by the Yarmouth defenseman. Let's just clear it out. Let's see if we can't win the face-off, get control of the puck, get going the other direction. Unlike
the NHL, you can still change during an icing, so you do get the fresh legs on. Going back the other way is Johansson again. Johansson deep in his own end. We've got and here comes one of those Yarmouth penalties that we talked about, a high sticking penalty. I think this one potentially against Johansson as he was fighting for the puck in the corner.
Quick call there.
It is indeed 2 for high sticking to Oliver Johansson. Johansson just showing some good hustle to get into the corner. Got to stick up a little high in the eyes of the referee. We talked about the opportunities that were going to avail themselves for the Wolverines. And with 4 minutes to go in the second period, here's that first opportunity. Nice play there by the Vikings to get it in. Skating in hard as Moore. Goaltender's playing it. James gets it harmlessly to his defense.
Now with 3.5 minutes essentially to go here in the second period, this is an opportunity that West Kings must avail themselves of.
Moore with some great forechecking. Yarmouth sending 2 deep on the penalty kill. Not the norm. Second person not floating around the blue line. They've got 2 below the hash marks. Yarmouth comes away with the puck. And the reason they were doing all that as well is the Wolverines were stretching one person out, and they still are. But if you can't get a hold of the puck, you can't get the puck to that floater. Yarmouth able to get it back again. That's Surratt with it. Surratt throws it in deep. Jane stops it behind his own net. Stuck being his skates a little bit. Surratt skates in hard. Once again, good forechecking by the Vikings. Great PK in the first half of this penalty.
Yarmouth looking to win the one-on-one battles. Because they've had that stretch player up there, it has been one-on-one. Usually on a power play, you can have a 2-on-1 situation with your extra player. That's not what West Kings has looked to do here the first part of this power play.
Yarmouth maintaining pressure in the Wolverine end during the penalty kill. Wolverines have to be disheartened over this missed opportunity at least 3/4 of the way through this power play.
Yeah, 30 seconds left to go. They want to get, again, trying to run the stretch pass. Yarmouth able to get on the puck.
Coming back the other way, the Wolverines, as Yarmouth has shown, you only need one opportunity to score. In the corner, Wolverines come away with it. Defenseman looking for it. He's got it. The shot off of the legs. Back again. Another one goes through. Eamon able to gather that one in and cover it up.
Good job by Eamon to slow things down, control the rebound, cover that puck up. With now 10 seconds left to go in the West Kings power play.
Face-off will be to Eamon's right. That shot, the one that got through by number 10, Tyler Kennedy. Nice, hard, low shot, but Eamon able to see it all the way. Going hard that way forward is Brady Doucette. Gets it to the point, slap shot. Lot on that one, but it's nothing but board. Penalty is over for the Vikings. Still an opportunity in front. Good save by Eamon. Yarmouth scrambling in their own end. That one's knocked down by a high stick. That face-off will come outside the blue line with 1:50 to go here in the second period. Yarmouth able to kill that penalty off, and for the first 90 seconds of the penalty, do more than kill it off, actually have the best pressure and the best chances during the power play.
Yeah, they were able to keep West Kings bottled up as they were man-on-man while West Kings was looking to have that floater. And that might be something that would change in the upcoming power plays if they wind up having them.
Yarmouth trying to get that puck. It's bouncing. Moore comes away with it. Gets it to Johansson. Johansson chips it in deep, going in hard after it's Breton. Breton spins. Still has it. Tries to kick it to his own player. Can't quite get there. Johansson comes away with it. So check that. That's Moore. Moore with the wrist shot just wide to the side of the net. Breton unable to sneak that in. Slap shot from the point. Hard and low, but just wide.
A couple of good hard shots, unable to get them on net though.
Wolverines going to have to get out of that zone. They have to tag up. They do, and they're going to change a couple bodies while they're there. Up to Moore. Moore chips it off the boards. Not that hard, though. And the Wolverines able to keep it in. Vikings swing it around hard again. Moore tries to chip it past the defenseman, Morse. Morse keeps it in. Back to the point. Hard wrist shot by Bryce Oliver. Seen all the way by Eamon, by Luke Eamon. Almost said Brock. Wrong Eamon. Face-off will be to his right with less than a minute to go in the second period.
Yeah, it's 53 seconds, 52.9 seconds here left to go in the second period. Yarmouth with the 4-1 lead. Would like to get out of this period with that 4-1 lead.
We heard the other way. That was that was Jones trying to make his way through. Yarmouth chips it in deep and chases after it. Ryland Morse with it for West Kings. He loses control. It's into the corner. Glove to head, doesn't matter in the defensive end. Coming hard the other way is Hunter. Hunter spins, has lots of room. Coming out with bodies. Austin Wilson goes hard to off the right wing. Morse with it again. Yarmouth able to chip it to the blue line, but not out, kept in. 20 seconds to go here in the period. Good opportunity. That one goes off a stick. Yarmouth able to have some good active sticks. Pinched in nicely by the Wolverines, but cannot keep the puck in. Yarmouth looking to just hold off for another 4 seconds. We're going to get a penalty with officially no time on the clock, and that's going to be on number 12, Jaden Muse. Just looking to chip that puck forward. Instead, got his stick into the skates of the Wolverine player, and a tripping penalty or an interference penalty is going to be called. And check that, it's number 10, Nikki Porter.
Overall, Yarmouth has to be thrilled with their second period action. Able to score 4 goals. Got one early in the second period. Led to some sustained pressure. They took advantage of their power play opportunities. Were able to score 4 goals, make this a three-goal deficit for the West Kings Wolverines, who will go on the power play here at the start of the third period. They'd be looking to do exactly the same thing. Can they get an early goal, get them back into this hockey game?
And so far, all the goals have been scored on the right side of your screen. The ice seems to be tilted in that direction. The West Kings scored 1 in the first period, Yarmouth 4 in the second period. Once again, this playoff structure, 1 point up for each period won. So in this game so far, the West Kings with 1 full point for the first period win, Yarmouth with 1 full point for the second period win. That leaves Yarmouth 1 point ahead of West Kings, and it really still comes down to West Kings needing to win this game in order to get second place and move forward to the semifinal.
And you would hope that Yarmouth wouldn't look to just sit on this 3-goal lead. You want to be able to keep the momentum, recognizing that West Kings is going on the power play here. You don't want to give up an early goal.
West Kings comes away with it. Yarmouth able to gather that up and get it into neutral zone. West Kings will have to tag up. They do. They've gained control of the offensive zone. Nice play in there to Hunter. Hunter unable to control the puck to get a shot away, though. Saucer pass, unable to connect with Kennedy. Kennedy has the puck now. Kennedy looks, goes cross ice. Defenseman cycles in, circling, dumping it into the corner to Stymus. Stymus tries to get inside of the net. He still has it, the shot. Eamon stands tall, holds that short end, and that might be another penalty for Yarmouth.
Haven't seen the referee's hand go up yet, arm go up yet. Now he is skating over towards the box. Oh, it's turned around. It doesn't look like, well, no, there will be a call made.
Really not surprising in that case. You're taught by the coach to move people out, but you have to learn to move as compared to cross-check or however that call is going to be. It's Hunter Holbert with the call, or with the penalty, excuse me.
So we're looking at a 5-on-3 opportunity here. Minute 23 left to go in the first penalty. West Kings with a golden opportunity here to get back into this hockey game.
McKeegan shoots it towards the net. He'll get it back again. Cross ice. Back to McKeegan. McKeegan with the wrist shot, goes off of a leg. That's Arsenault going after it.
Should be able to get a open shooting lane 5-on-3.
Arsenault takes his time to McKeegan. The shot gathered up by Eamon, and this time nobody's digging after anything. Cooler heads prevail. Nobody looking to get more penalties, looking to get in. 53 seconds to go in the 2-man advantage.
And you would expect that Eamon would cover up on everything that came to him with the 5-on-3 advantage.
Wolverines able to get the puck. Good forechecking back there by Dylan LeBlanc to get back inside of the net. Eamon was out of place. Cross ice again. Back to the point. That's McKeegan. McKeegan gets it over. Slap shot. Blocker to the side. And that's Morse with that shot. And once again, Eamon, the side of the net, able to hold that puck now. 20 seconds to go. 29 seconds to go in the 2-man advantage.
A couple of key saves there by Eamon. Able to keep this 4-1.
Looks like Middleton trying to make Eamon move laterally. They're trying to go cross ice. The trouble with that is there's a lot of sticks to get over, even on a 5-on-3. And if it's a saucer pass,
no goal there.
No goal. Post to post, and then the net is off.
Inside, probably aspect of the post there was able, and that's why it came across back towards the other side of the goal. But was waved off right away by the referee.
And the referee in a terrific position right there, right on the goal line to see it. Great opportunity, great missed opportunity for the Wolverines. Back to the point. That's McKeegan. McKeegan with the wrist shot. It gets right into the breadbasket of Eamon again, and he covers up. The Vikings looking to kill this two-man advantage off, 9 seconds at a time.
And if I was West Kings, the coaching staff there, I would be telling their players to go hard to the net, get some traffic in front of Eamon, see if they can't bang something in with the 5-on-3 advantage here.
Yarmouth wraps it around the point, kept in nicely though. Cross ice to McKeegan. McKeegan brings it in deep into the corner. Wolverines have it, chip it in. That's going to get by, and if Yarmouth has, nope. Good work there by Rylan Morse to get back to that play, because he was the one pinching in and realized he needed to get back.
First penalty's over for Yarmouth.
That's Moore going after it. Only 30 seconds to go in the second penalty. McKeegan once again coming in, calling his name a lot. He logs a lot of ice time. He has it again, tries to go the other way. Yarmouth comes away with it. That's Dylan Donchemont, tries to go high off the boards, can't get it out. Deep into the corner again.
Yarmouth able to push it off into their corner.
Cole Jacquard unable to get it all the way out though. Still with numbers, the Wolverines, they're pinching everybody in, looking to get the play. Nick Porter, the shot. That one goes off a leg side of the net. That's in front. Yarmouth has it, and the penalty is over, and Yarmouth will come away now with a 2-on-2. Back checking though is North Kings. And that one be cleared away easily by the Wolverines.
And West Kings coaching staff must be disappointed with that, unable to at least pick up one goal in the two-man advantage.
Very close though with that post-to-post, but yeah, unfortunately the puck did not get in the net, unfortunately for the Wolverines. A missed opportunity early in the period, exactly what you want. You're not going to get back into the game all at once, but when you start getting into two-man advantage that early in a period, it's a way to chip away, gain some confidence, gain some momentum, and potentially get all the way back in the game.
And we have seen situations where on two-man advantages you've had 2 goals scored, right? And bing bang, you're right back with only a 1-goal deficit. Yarmouth able to kill it off, some good saves by Luke Eamon, as well as good cover-up by their defenseman.
Dylan LeBlanc gets it in front. Good defensive play by the Wolverines to break up the pass in front. Yarmouth will get the puck in the neutral zone. Chip it off the boards. High off the glass. Taken out of the play a little bit after the play, and that will probably be an interference call, and it is against 96, Maxime Roy.
The last thing that they need at this point of the hockey game, with 11:27 down 3 goals, Wow takes an undisciplined penalty in the neutral zone. Really didn't have anything to do with the play. Well after the play was the clearing attempt by the Yarmouth defense. And it was a big hard check, but he's going to spend 2 minutes in the box as a result of it. And he was a little dejected. I can see that trying to make an impact play, not the right time. Yarmouth goes D to D. That's Hurlburt with it. He skates towards the middle, has some room, lots of ice, goes wide to his right, has some room now to his forehand. The shot off the chest, the rebound there. Yarmouth unable to grab it. Moore with it. Moore gets it back to Jacquard. Slap shot doesn't get through the bodies. Janes has got to come up big right now. They cannot go down another goal. Johansson gets it back to the point. Johansson once again swings it towards the net, unable to get there. It's not going to get all the way out though. Yarmouth unable to hold the line. And the Wolverines come away 2-on-2. Hard slap shot. Oh, Eamon fought that one a little bit. I think that was one of those tough pucks to see coming out of the burgundy uniform of the Vikings. Tough pass. That was a lead pass, kind of leading Johansson out a little too far for the stretch. He got hit, and he is slowly going off the ice. Wolverines get it to the point, but not out. Yarmouth keeps it. Slap shot all the way through, but wide. Held in the other side by Jacquard, who gets it deep behind the net. Moore, once again, weak on the stick, unable to get a hold of that puck. And the Wolverines able to clear it. And while the Wolverines don't want to give up another goal, they are going to have to be aggressive in every opportunity. If they can wind up breaking out in an odd man rush, they're going to look to do that. Moore gets the puck, goes hard to his left, gains the advantage, has some room, slips in front, the shot, big save, the rebound, another save. Huge saves there by Janes to keep this a 3-goal deficit. Had they given up their one there, would have been very difficult to get back. So an excellent opportunity and a great save by Paul Janes. Little yakking going on right now between a couple people. Yarmouth should be looking to stay away from all of that. As you see the replay, a good play by Moore to actually gain the zone, spot the person in front. There's the shot, bang, bang, rebound, still in play.
Might not have been a goal anyways, as Yarmouth knocked the net off, but a great play there. Full marks to goaltender Paul Janes. Gets to the point. Wide over to Hurlbert. Hurlbert goes D to D. Big slap shot off the goaltender into the corner. That was Johansson with the shot. Once again held in by Yarmouth. Chip forward. Power play, 5 seconds to go. One last clearing attempt by the Wolverines, and that will end the penalty. Eamon plays the puck around the net. Goes back behind the net. Jaden Muse with it. Muse tries to ring it around. Not hard enough. Goes in front. Now the Wolverines going to apply some pressure. They chip it deep into the corner. Just a little out of the reach of Hunter, and Yarmouth comes away with it.
We haven't seen a change in the Yarmouth game. They are staying with the same game plan that they've had throughout. So they are, so far, they have not been sitting back. It's not like they're just sending one guy in here. So they have 2 people in forechecking.
Coming back the other way with a lead pass there. Stretch pass looked for. Tough play. Eamon gets it, covers it up, takes the face-off with 8:48 to go in the third period. Yarmouth maintaining a 4-1 lead. No goal scored here in the third period.
Eamon not looking to take any chances there with 3-goal lead. Let his team regroup, see if they can't win the face-off. Get started going the other way, and that's exactly what happens.
Good play by Nicky Porter there, able to get it to the neutral zone, but fired right back in by the Wolverines, who apply some pressure and come away with it in the corner. Nice back pass to the cycle, trying to go the short side, gets to the point. Stymus with a slap shot deflected in front. Well played by Eamon. Stymus breaks in. That one goes off of a player, side of the net. That one squeaks through the goal mouth.
Even with the deflection, Eamon was able to see that, was able to react to the deflection and make a nice save.
There's a hard shot, blocked by the Yarmouth player, and that's number 19, Brock Eamon, giving up the body, and now going to the bench because I think that one stung a little bit.
We got some bees in the knees there, that's for sure.
Yarmouth still working forward here. I think that's Jones in the corner. Tries to cycle it backwards to Moore. Moore doesn't get a hold of it. Yarmouth not looking to pinch in. Kind of got caught in no man's land. Here's a breakaway coming up for Kennedy. Can he go to the backhand? The break, the shot goes off of Eamon and back behind the net.
Good save again by Eamon. West Kings was unable to pick up the rebound.
Yarmouth tries to clear it, gets up into the rafters. That'll remain a face-off to the right of goaltender Luke Eamon. Eamon, you know, especially by, I talk about this through my own personal knowledge. We're not exactly the tallest of goalies, so he can't always go down all of the time, and he showed that there the second time where he didn't automatically go down, kept the gloves up high, so when they went upstairs, he was able to easily get that blocker on it.
You can see that as a good shot there. Was unable to get through.
Behind the net, Wolverines applying some pressure again. Breton with it. Breton tries to clear it. Can't get it through past the defense. Wolverines come away with it. Back in front. Skating back to back check. Now whenever anyone falls down, I automatically take a look for referees. Nothing up. That one goes into the skates. Yarmouth a little sloppy right now, trying to get it out of their own zone. Able to get it all the way in. Chip forward, not quite by defenseman Austin Wilson. Breton goes over to the D, and then Yarmouth gets it into the Wolverine zone. Back and forth goes Morse. Spins away from trouble, gets it to the blue line. Wolverine's able to get it out. Yarmouth takes the man out along the boards. Once again, every time that happens, you wonder if there's going to be an interference call. None this time. Morse dumps it in deep. Eamon will stop it behind his own net as the Wolverines are changing. Plenty of ice for Yarmouth. Ill-advised pass. Nobody was there for Yarmouth. Air behind his own net. Gets it up to Moore. Moore stops, looks, cuts to the middle. Nice lead pass, wide open. Going in is the Yarmouth player, and they're behind the net. Chip back in, or attempted to chip back in by Breton. He's unable to get there. Swinging around is Surratt. Jones, back to Jones. Jones to the point. And Yarmouth behind the net. Yarmouth now with some pressure. Wolverines able to clear the zone, or should be able to clear the zone right now. But once again, good forechecking by Yarmouth. West Kings able to briefly get it into the neutral zone with 5:40 to go in the third period.
That's what Yarmouth's going to want to do. Is they're going to want to keep it deep all the time. They're going to want to keep the puck, you know, behind the goal if they could, or opportunities around the circles.
Earlier in the game, the Wolverines had been attempting to utilize the stretch pass, but all they ever really did was utilize a stretch person. The pass never actually made it that far up.
We've seen that as a strategy sometimes to keep to neutralize some D play by other teams. If you have defensive players that play in the offensive zone as well, sometimes you can keep that defensive player back a little bit, looking to make sure that they check that stretch pass. But overall, we have not seen it be effective as a pass.
Offsetting penalties, I believe. Air and Wilson. Air for Yarmouth, Austin Wilson for the West Kings. So we're still going to play some 5-on-5 hockey. We'll wait to see what the calls are. I think offsetting roughing penalties. It's a little extracurricular activity happening in the corner, and the referee had enough of it. Didn't want the game to get out of hand. 4-1 as it gets late. Eamon with the save, Eamon with the rebound save, stretches across. Yarmouth has to be careful there. If he covers that up in the goal crease, that would be a penalty shot, at least in NHL rules.
And I see some discussion here between the officials, because the puck was loose and the Yarmouth player did look to hop onto the puck to keep it from crossing the goal line.
No harm, no foul. Still 5-on-5 hockey. 5:06 to go here in the third period.
And as we said, Yarmouth wants to stay away from all extracurricular activity. They want the clock to keep running.
They want to chip it deep. They want to, and here's an opportunity for Yarmouth. The shot.
Looks like there's going to be a penalty here. Possibly an interference penalty to Yarmouth.
I think it almost has to be, because the call was made as the Yarmouth player was shooting the puck. Going into the box, number 4, Brady Doucette. We'll wait for the call. It must be interference, I would think, from maybe the pick, the drop pass into a pick. Boy, that is never, ever called. Especially if it's not blatantly a pick, if it's still part of a hockey move, which it looked to be. Certainly a great opportunity here with under 5 minutes to go for the Wolverines with a power play to get back into this game.
Realistically, West Kings has to score a goal here to get back into this. That means they're going to have to take chances. They're going to have to send people deep, forechecking the whole time.
And as we're saying that, we see Brendan Martin floating around the Yarmouth blue line in order to stretch the Yarmouth defense. Wolverines break in. That's Jay with it. Jay knocked off of the puck. That one stung.
And it looks like there's going to be a penalty call there. And we're going to have a little discussion over on our side of the boards. We'll see what the call is.
The call is on 1-8, Hunter Hurlbert. Is it going to be a head? If it's head contact, let's take a look. It is. I'm betting that's 4 minutes.
And ejection.
And it might be more. Maybe it's a 5-minute penalty and a game. And we have to wonder whether or not that would have any implications for the next game where it happens under 5 minutes. Something for us to look at. It is indeed a 5-minute major penalty, which is an automatic ejection. And whether or not something happens, I'm not sure what the time frame is. If it's in the last 2, the last 5, what his availability is for a potential semifinal game later tonight, time will tell.
So that means that West Kings is going to be on a 5-on-3 power play, and they should stay on the power play for the entire game.
Unfortunately for number 27, Brendan Martin, he was the recipient of that. He certainly looks to be not doing well, and he does indeed come off the ice, so we wish him well. Hopefully he'll be fine and able to return for the West Kings next game. Now we're looking to see what this call is going to be. There's still a lot of discussion. Honestly, shouldn't be a whole lot of discussion. Yarmouth's going to have to send somebody in the box to replace Hunter Herbert. That's really all it comes down to. Somebody will have to serve the 5-minute penalty. That person is going to be in the box for the remainder of the game. I don't believe it has to be anybody that was on the ice. I think it can be anybody. So in that case, it could be that fourth line player that the coaches decide probably won't see the ice in a shorthanded situation for the rest of the game. Another interesting fact, Jeff, with 4:20 to go, is that the one timeout allowed by the West King Wolverines has already been taken. So if they're looking to rest their line one, their power play line number one, they will be unable to do it.
And you would expect the...
3 people in the box for Yarmouth. I'm still trying to figure that out. Oh, one is still an offsetting penalty. That's what we're seeing there. There's still offsettings in there. Face-off should be deep in the Yarmouth end, and it is to the right of Luke Eamon.
I was wondering why they're setting up on the dot near the blue line. We are now in the Yarmouth zone.
Face-off controlled by West Kings. That's McKeegan with it. McKeegan can't get it by the Yarmouth defender, who will get it out. Every time you can clear that blue line is going to be important for Yarmouth right now. Martin with it. Martin gets it to McKeegan.
West King's going to want to move the puck quickly around, get some shots on goal. Opportunities right like that leads to a goal.
Tough play there for Eamon. The shot goes hard along the ice. It's wide. It bounces right off the backboard, straight onto the stick. That will make it a 5-on-4, though, right now, as Yarmouth's player number 4, Brady Doucette, will be able to come out of the box. And it'll be down to 5-on-4. But that 5-on-4 is going to continue for the rest of this hockey game. So a great opportunity for the Wolverines. They're able to capitalize early, which they needed to do. They're going to continue to be on the power play and able to try to get back into this game.
Now, I'll be curious to see whether, and it looks like there's a timeout on the Yarmouth side here. And with still the 2-goal deficit, be interesting to see at some point when West Kings would pull the goaltender. Could be 6-on-4 skaters. But,
yes, that's certainly with 4 minutes. I think you'd want to at least give your power play at least a minute, at least 2 minutes even.
Yeah, a couple of minutes.
Then it becomes a necessity to throw that other body out there, because you certainly don't want, with 4 minutes left, the opportunity to Yarmouth to get that 5th goal and put you deeper into the hole when you don't really need to go that way. Because, as we said, the power play is going to last for the rest of the game.
So they did what they needed to do at the first part of this, is get an early goal on the power play. Now they need to get another one here, you know, that would necessitate, leave the goaltender to be able to stay in the nets and not take that chance.
And back the other way, incoming is Jackman. Jackman goes to the middle, slides it over the left side. There's a slap shot, redirected, and Eamon unable to find it. It's at the side of the net. Yarmouth clears it out of the way. Eamon able to make that first save and get some help from his defense.
Dangerous. The puck was around the net. Eamon was not in position there for a while, but the defenseman for Yarmouth was able to clear the zone.
Breaking hard the other way. A big attempted check by Johansson. He's unable to get it. Yarmouth gets the puck, clears it just to the neutral zone. Wolverines have to tag up. They do. Going in now is Brecken. Brecken goes wide to his left, tries to sneak in front. Eamon covers it up, and once those nets go off once with those tiny little pegs, they go off easily all the time. So I would expect, if the play continues in the Yarmouth end, if the scrums are around the Yarmouth net, that net's going to continue to go off.
3 minutes left here to go in the third period. 4-2 hockey game.
Second lines coming on for both penalty killers and power play. Yarmouth had a good opportunity to get it out. It does deflect easily to Dylan LeBlanc, who tries to get the lead pass to Jones. Jones skates hard, gets it down there. Is just going to look to try to kill some time. Going in the other way is LeBlanc now. Yarmouth with 2 deep, though, leaves some numbers going the other way. 3-on-2 situation. The Wolverines get the zone. Deep into the zone they go. Good stick there by the Yarmouth defender. Able to get the puck in. Goes after the big hit. Misses everybody, though. And that's number 12, Jaden Muse. In front again, and another save, although Eamon looked behind him. He didn't know he had it.
And as you say, the nets now will come off its pegs pretty easily. So, you know, as we've changed styles. Goaltenders now use those posts to push off sometimes. It's not going to take much for those nets to come off.
So with 2:23 to go here in this third period, we're going to have to keep an eye on the goaltender for Middleton. Shot from the point, through a crowd, saved by Eamon, who gets the stick on it and able to clear it. And then fired down the ice by Liam Eyre.
Yeah, I would expect West Kings will pull the goaltender here pretty soon with a two-goal deficit.
Yarmouth tries to go after it. Numbers going the other way, though. To the middle. Nice move in the shot. Here's the three. And it's a big save, and it's going to be another power play. Slashing penalty for Yarmouth. So with 1:58 to go, a two-man advantage. I think I keep the goaltender in right now.
I think I'm keeping the goaltender in now.
For at least another 30 seconds.
And I didn't look at the goaltender at all looking at the bench. So I don't think that's something that was discussed or part of their strategy. And now it's pretty much moot. I wouldn't be pulling him anyway in the, in the next minute. Where you wind up having the 5-on-3 advantage anyway.
Not that I want to talk about being a prognosticator, but we did talk about Yarmouth probably going to get some penalties later in the game because it swings that way, and lo and behold, we are certainly seeing them late in the game.
The other part is if you've had the same players playing for a while, I talked about that third key, energy. You can start to run out of the energy here. Oh, no, the goaltender was looking to come.
And it's a good thing he held off in time because Yarmouth might have had a good opportunity.
And he has gone to the bench.
With 1.5 minutes, we're going to go with a 6-on-3 skaters. Lots of opportunity. Shot blocked by Yarmouth. Skating hard. Can't keep it along through the sideboards, though. Wolverines have it. They go to the short side. Can't quite squeak it through. Yarmouth, 3 people close to one end. They need a little bit of separation, but they do get the puck. It goes all the way down the ice. There will be no icing because it's a two-man advantage for the Wolverines. 1:10 to go. Back the other way is Oliver. Oliver circles around his own net. They will have to break up quickly. Coming the other way is McKeegan. McKeegan's logged a lot of ice. Goes to the middle. Taking off the puck.
And again, a one-on-one battle, you would expect West Kings to get more players in there.
And there's that goal with 51.8 seconds to go. A 4-3 game. It's waved off. The net is off the moorings. The Yarmouth faithful happy with that call. Groans of disbelief from the other side of the rink.
And we had talked again. We had talked about the fact that it would come off the moorings pretty easily. Those pegs pretty easily.
And you've talked about goaltenders using those pegs to go back and forth, and that's exactly what that play was, as the Wolverines were looking to sweep around and then come back through the backside. As a result, it goes out. Still a two-man advantage. 51.8 seconds to go here in the third period. Certainly an exciting finish. Time is running out for the Wolverines, but with two-man advantage, there's still time.
That's a game changer there, though. That goal scored plenty of time to get an equalizer.
Goes to the point. It gets through. Eamon with the save. The rebound goes to the side. Wolverines have it again. One-timer attempt there by Morse, unable to connect. He still has it. He goes cross ice. One-timer hops over the stick and over the net. Back to the point, unable to hold it in. Yarmouth has an empty net. Skating hard for it is Oliver Johansson. He goes after it. He goes. He's hauled down. And the puck is not in.
So will this be a penalty shot?
I'm thinking yes.
With 18.1 seconds in a 4-2 game.
And with an empty net, is there a different rule in place? With 18.1 seconds, the referees will get together and talk it over.
I would expect on a breakaway, if that's what a clear breakaway, it would be a penalty shot if that's what they would determine has happened. Okay.
He was certainly hauled down and was unable to get a shot away. He was certainly in the open. Let's see what happens.
If you're the West Kings defender, is the play. I mean, that's what you got to do. You can't let him just push it into the net.
And they're calling the hooking. They are not calling the penalty shot with 18.1 seconds to go. Still a man advantage. Still a 4-on-3 opportunity right now with 18.1 seconds. The face-off deep in the Wolverine zone, though. Time is certainly running out for the Wolverines in this game, but it has been an exciting last 5 minutes. almost the equivalent of a timeout situation for both teams, as by the time everyone talks about what's going on and what needs to be done, both teams able to actually get a bit of a breather, and so number one lines from both sides able to be on the ice. Good work there by Dylan LeBlanc. Gets the puck in the corner. He's just looking to kill time, keep that puck alive. Doing great work against two Wolverines. He'll sit on it. Puck is there. 6.1 seconds to go, and the whistle blown.
And I think the fans saw what I saw there. A little concern as the West Kings player was looking to make a play on the puck, but a little bit of a kick towards where the Yarmouth player was laying. And as you know, those skates are awfully sharp.
Lead pass, and too little, too late. A great opportunity for the West Kings Wolverines. Lots of opportunities. Disallowed goal because the net comes off the mooring. Other opportunities that they were just unable to do it. Bottom line, because of a very strong second period, the Yarmouth Vikings boys team able to get second place in their division. They will move ahead into one of the semifinal games later on. Final score, Yarmouth Vikings 4, West Kings Wolverines 2. Jeff, your thoughts?
In this game, we talked about our keys: effort, execution, and energy. And what happened here, the key point of those three was the execution by the Yarmouth team. When they had their opportunities, they were able to put it in the net. They had a big second period, which was able to be the difference in this hockey game.
Yarmouth only picks up 3 points to 2 in that, but as a result, Yarmouth finishes the division with 8 points, West Kings with 6 points. Sir John A would be the number one team in Division A. So Yarmouth, as the team number 2 in Division A, will play the second semifinal game at 8 o'clock, and they'll play against the winner of Prince Andrew versus Northeast Kings. Some player of the game announcements about to be awarded. We'll stay along with you long enough for that. Next game on tap here through MC Media in Arena number 1 is Prince Andrew versus North Kings Education Center. Winner of that game gets first place in Division B. Loser gets second place. So both teams are going to be able to go through into the semifinals later tonight. It should be a totally different game. And I was calling his name a lot, Oliver Johansson, with the Player of the Game award for the Yarmouth Vikings. Number 13, Travis Atwater, Player of the Game for the West Kings Wolverines. So I'll just take this time to thank everyone for joining us through MC Media. On behalf of myself, David Doucette, and my partner today, Jeff Holmes, everyone behind the cameras and in the booth, we'd like to thank you for joining our web stream today. Hope you'll continue to join us for this, our continuing coverage of the 8th Annual Cooks Cup High School Hockey Tournament, coming to you live from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia at the Yarmouth Mariner Center. Until next time, see you again.